Exactly 1 p.m. East African time. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to KBC Lunchtime News. The day being the first day of January 2026. It is indeed the first bulletin of KBC Channel 1, and many thanks indeed for joining us. And I wish and I hope that this year be a year of victory for you. Time for the news. I'm Bentro Njue. Lensa Odingo will help us with the sign language interpretation. President William Ruto has declared war on alcohol and drug abuse. President Ruto said the vice is deeply rooted and now threatens the country's social fabric, workforce and security. The head of state, in his New Year message to Kenyans, pledged triple and better equip the anti-narcotic unit to fight the vice.
At the Eldoret State Lodge in Uasin Gishu County, President William Ruto delivered the annual end-of-year remarks. With statistics painting a grim picture of the prevalence of alcohol and drug abuse, the president struck a defiant tone, warning that the government would not tolerate the prevailing situation.
Allow me to address a silent but deadly crisis confronting our nation today. Alcohol and drug abuse has become a clear and present danger to Kenya's health, security, and economic future.
Ruto decried the early induction into alcohol and drugs for teenagers, warning that the vice had mutated into a national emergency, requiring prompt response by the government. 1
in every 6 Kenyans aged between 15 and 65, that is close to 5 million people, are currently using at least one drug or substance of abuse. This is no longer a marginal issue. It is a national emergency. The burden falls heaviest on men and young people.
As part of a strategy to win the war against alcohol and drug abuse, the head of state announced the strengthening of the anti-narcotics unit within the Directorate of Criminal Investigations.
Going into the new year, the government will confront alcohol and drug abuse as a national development and security emergency. Backed by political will, expanded enforcement capacity, and coordinated action across government.
He warned government officials against sabotaging the renewed war, asserting that he would not stand by as Kenya's future generations waste away.
Asset tracing, seizure, and forfeiture will become central to every narcotics and illicit alcohol investigation. The Asset Recovery Agency will be engaged from the point of seizure, and all assets used or acquired through these activities, including cash, vehicles, land, buildings, and businesses, will be treated as proceeds of crime, promptly frozen, prosecuted, forfeited to the state, and redirected to rehabilitation, prevention, and treatment programs.
The president rallied the country to embrace optimism in the new year, even as he pledged to fast-track development to move Kenya towards a first world status.
It is a moment that calls on all of us to seize the opportunity before us, to walk together as one people, and to complete a journey that has been delayed for far too long.
And the greatest gift you've given us as our leader, Mr. President, in 2025, is the crossing of ranks between us who are on your side in 2022 and your political opponents who were in Azimio la Umoja, because now Kenya has a broader political space.
Later, the head of state joined Christian faithful at the Eldoret Sports Ground for a crossover concert and worship session.
Hebu tuhesabu pamoja, tuko tayari? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
John Jacob Curia, the Lunchtime News.
Again, Happy New Year. And in Mombasa, residents, domestic tourists and international visitors ushered in the new year 2026 in grand style, thronging beaches, entertainment venues and churches across the coastal city on Tuesday night. In the neighboring Kilifi County, leaders led by Governor Gideon Mungaro graced a local music concert dubbed Rising Star Finals, which was occasioned by pomp, color and electrifying performances.
Kenyans in the coastal counties of Mombasa and Kilifi joined the rest of the world in ushering the new year in style. Major hotels and entertainment joints were packed with thousands of ecstatic residents who danced to live performances by local artists alongside sumptuous African cuisine as celebration peaked at midnight with spectacular fireworks displays that lit up the coastal skyline. As fireworks exploded across the sky, cheers, songs and dance filled the air, momentarily washing away the hardships of 2025. At Travelers Beach Hotel and Spa, hundreds of local and international guests celebrated New Year's Eve in a colorful ceremony marked by live band performances, elaborate decor themed on togetherness, and a lavish dinner.
Of course, we had our highs and lows. You know, the demos, the Gen Z demos really affected our productivity in the year 2025. But we are looking at a prosperous and a brighter and a blessed year 2026.
Among the guests were David Cope and his wife Maggie, who traveled from Germany to celebrate New Year in Mombasa. The couple, who have been visiting Kenya for 27 years, spent about 4.5 months annually in the country.
And the difference of it is with Kenya, we have traveled the world, and we came to Kenya, and you know what we found? We found the people we love. So consequently, that's why we're still here.
It is a wonderful country. The people are really...
We are all family.
Yeah, we're all family, and the people are very homely for us, so hence why we've come back year after year after year. So.
Dr. Joseph Manga, a medical practitioner from Nairobi who spent the festive season in Mombasa with his family, expressed optimism for the new year.
To enjoy my Christmas with my family here, we've really enjoyed. Well, last year was a bit hectic. God has blessed us so much. Hopefully, 2026 will be a better year, and God will grace us.
At Sacred Heart of Jesus Catholic Church in Shanzu, worshippers prayed, sang hymns, and reflected during a night vigil led by parish priest Father Vincent Alicho. Elsewhere, it was pomp and color and electrifying performances as thousands of Kilifi County residents gathered to usher in the new year in style during the Kilifi Rising Star Finals at the iconic Butwani Seafront, a music concert aimed at promoting and nurturing local talent. The high-energy event brought together upcoming artists from across the county who thrilled the crowd with captivating performances alongside established coastal musicians, including renowned artist Susumila, turning the night into a true celebration of culture, creativity and youth empowerment. The festivities were graced by several leaders led by Kilifi Governor Gideon Mungaro.
Sisi kama county tuendelea kukuza talanta na tayari tunajenga pale Kilifi kituo cha ubunifu ama innovation hub, na pale vile tutakuwa na studio ya wasanii ya county ambao wanaweza kurekodi nyimbo na kujifunza talanta.
Other leaders who attended the event were Malindi Member of Parliament Amina Mnyanzi, Principal Secretary for Youth Affairs and Creative Economy Fikirini Jacobs, and area MCAs, among them Shell Award MCA Tahir Abdul Kadir.
Mimi na support hii initiative Gavana, kwa sababu vijana hawa, waimbaji hawa, wasiposhikwa mkono na sisi viongozi wa Kilifi, watashikwa mkono na nani?
Na watatoka hapa na zawadi tofauti, ikiwemo gari ambayo haitanunuliwa kwa pesa ambayo amepata mshahara ama mkopo wake ambao amechukua bank, lakini inanunuliwa ama inapewa msanii kulingana na kipaji chake. Hilo ni jambo la kushabikia na kutia moyo hata zile talanta nyingine ambazo ziko nyumbani.
Joseph Wahungu for Lunchtime News.
And there was joy and celebration at Huruma Children's Home in Ngong as the institution's fraternity marked the new year with song, dance and message of hope. Speaking during the New Year's Eve celebration, the home's director, Mama Zipporah Kamau, called on Kenyans to pray for the country, love one another and support the less fortunate in society. She noted that the home has supported more than 10,000 vulnerable children over the years and expressed hope for Kenyans of goodwills will continue to stand with needy families.
This is something we usually do every year. Therefore, next year you are invited to the same. We are open to everyone to come and celebrate with us and to be happy. And to be happy. Yeah.
Mwito wangu kwa Wakenya ni kuna mambo mengi ambayo inafanyika, hata mambo ambayo we don't understand. Now, as Christians, sometimes we cannot involve ourselves in those things. Like when I am working for the children, I am working for Kenya. So you have to be very careful of the things you are saying, and also to obey Kenya, to obey President wetu.
Very well. How did you usher in the new year? Well, I still have a number of stories here on how many people did usher in their new year 2026. Again, happy new year 2026. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Elimu ni taa, gizani uzaga.
Elimu ni bahari isiyokauka zinge.
Karibu katika sanaa ya Kiswahili, bahari yenye kina kirefu.
Sote tumeandika, hii kweli ni balaa.
Bila shaka tunazama na tukiibuka vipaji talanta mbalimbali ndani ya sanaa ya Kiswahili.
Nina neno kwa vijana, mihadarati na pombe, bila madhara mabaya.
Kuna bunge la mwanafunzi, uchambuzi wa vitabu na kulizamia swala zima la fasihi.
Mchimba shimo huingia mwenyewe.
Kwa hivyo unasoma dondoo, alafu unabaini ni fani gani ambayo tunajitokeza.
Ipate chemsha bongo bila tafadhali wala kibali.
Na si hayo tu mtazamaji.
Kumbuka, ni sanaa ya kipekee. Tuchangamkie Kiswahili,
tufurahie sanaa.
A world record holder in Paralympics, an icon and a mentor.
I'm happy I struggled so that many other people people with disability can be able to benefit. We are not yet there, lakini what I can say, we are somewhere. Things are changing. They cannot happen overnight, but I thank God things are happening. We are on the right direction.
Sylvia's world changed in a single moment when she finally came to know the diagnosis.
Embrace disability, mtupende, pende watoto wetu, juu cerebral palsy si contagious, haikushiki, haishikanishani. Differently.
Welcome back. Kenyans across the country ushered in 2026 in scenes of celebration, prayer, and also solitude. And reflection as communities gathered in public spaces, churches and social venues to mark the start of a new year with renewed calls for peace, unity and national cohesion. In Kabarnet town in Baringo County, residents converged at Kabon Gardens for a colorful midnight celebration marked by music, dance and fireworks, while in Kangundo, Machakos County, hundreds chose the altar over the dance floor, welcoming the new year in prayer and reflection amid growing appeals for tolerance, forgiveness and an end to political divisions that threaten the country's stability.
Under the glow of fireworks and the rhythm of song and dance, residents of Kabarnet town gathered at Kabon Gardens to welcome the new year in a colorful celebration of joy and togetherness. The young and the old counted down to midnight, erupting into cheers as the sky lit up, marking the beginning of a new year and a fresh chapter of hope for a region long affected by insecurity. Beyond the celebrations, the message was clear. Peace and unity remain the foundation for development.
Tunapiga shukran kwa Mheshimiwa Rais na Waziri Honorable Kivyo Murkomen kwa kazi amefanya upande wa Kerio na Tiati kwa jumla. Hivyo basi katika eneo Marakwet na Tiati tuko na amani sasa hivi. Wenzetu wanakuja soko na tunashukuru sana aswa Honorable Murkomen kwa vile kama kuna gaidi yako kati yetu ni kutolea tu yeye mwenyewe si kuuzisha jamii nzima. Hiyo ndio shukrani zetu kama Wapokot na jamii nzima.
Speakers urged communities to embrace cohesion, noting that the calm witnessed in recent months has opened doors for progress.
Mwaka hii natarajia rais wetu apate kukumbuka wamama kwa wa culture ili tupate kuendelea kwa hii safari ambayo tunaona inaleta amani, inatuunganisha kama jamii ya Baringo.
Tunatarajia mwema kutoka kwa viongozi wetu na serikali kuinua wananchi kwa vile hali wananchi wengi wanaishi katika hali ya umaskini katika eneo hili ya Baringo, na tunataka viongozi wetu wajibike kusaidia wananchi hasa sehemu ya hospitali.
Hundreds of kilometers away in Kangundo, Machakos County, the new year was welcomed in prayer. Worshippers thronged the Redeemed World Impact Center, committing the year ahead to faith and reflection.
So I want to believe if we forget, we forgive, we forget, we shall have a year of blessings. God distinguished himself above the governors and satraps.
Led by Bishop Daniel Matheka, the service carried a message of rising above past challenges and stepping into a new season with purpose. As the prayers ended, voices of reflection followed, calling for tolerance, unity and healing.
I wish to appeal that any agitation for a call for a referendum should not be a matter of discussion. Kindly let us embrace brotherhood and let us unite together to push Kenya to the new dispensation.
Ni matumaini yetu kwamba mwaka huu utakuwa tofauti na ule mwingine. Ana kila mmoja ni kama hapa kwetu tu, kila mmoja anakusudia kusonga mbele na kusudia kupeana solution ya chote kile ambacho kilimtatiza mwaka huo. Tunaomba na kuamini kwamba ni mwaka ambao utakuwa na mafanikio.
Ben Chumba, Lunchtime News.
On the celebrations right here in Nairobi, entertainment joints were full as Kenyans ushered in 2026 in style. In the places of worship, it was a hive of activities as divine moments as faithful sought God's intervention and guidance in the new year 2026. And as Timothy Kipnus reports, a section of religious leaders used the occasion to urge the members of the political class to exercise tolerance and restraint as they sell out their political manifestos ahead of the 2027 general election.
It was pomp and color on the eve of New Year's. Kenyans thronged different entertainment joints and places of worship to usher in the year 2026 in a style they know best. We managed to visit Africa's leading underwriter, Old Mutual, in Upper Hill, Nairobi, to get a feel of the atmosphere ahead of the new year. Here, Kenyans came in large numbers to experience the music extravaganza, showcased by artists who performed with much enthusiasm.
Fundamentally, what we aim to do as far as the New Year's celebration is concerned is to be part of the fabric of society and to usher in the new year and usher in new beginnings. I think it's a time of the year everyone's reflecting on the year that has been, making plans about the year that will be. We are big on wellness, so it's a recurring theme amongst most people. It's a recurring theme among with businesses. It's a recurring theme with communities. It's a recurring theme with our country.
Revelers danced their way to the year 2026, hoping it will be a year with a difference.
I think in some years I've seen us on global media being featured as one of the standout celebrations worldwide as far as the New Year celebration is concerned. So it's something we're deeply invested in. It's something that means a lot for us as a brand. It is fantastic that we get this opportunity to celebrate this year when we turn 180 years old as a business. So it's, I think it'll just get better and better as we go forward.
And exactly at midnight, the night sky literally turned red. Here, fireworks were at display. It was the same script but a different cast as worshippers thronged different places of worship for thanksgiving and to seek God's guidance in the year 2026. A section of religious leaders led by Stewards Revival Pentecostal Church Bishop Samuel Njuriri exuded an aura of confidence that 2026 will be a year of good tidings.
The year 2025 has been good. And I'm also expecting the year 2026 to be better than year 2025. It is my prayer to all Kenyans that all things will work together for your good. God will protect you. God will bless you.
Glory to Jesus! They, however, warned politicians against dividing Kenyans along tribal lines ahead of 2027 general election.
You know, we are measuring the words that are coming from the mouth of politicians, and we want to warn them that we are waiting them the year 2027, and so they're supposed to be very careful. They need to work very hard. Sio politic kutoka January to December, politics, wakiamuka politics, chai ni politics, na matusi ambao haifai.
And my message to the political class is one, whether in the government or the opposition, to do what is right. As the bishop has given us the message for the year 2026, that this is the year of righteousness, standing light with God. And they need, as do their politics, they need to do what is good.
They used the opportunity to read the scorecard of the Kenya Kwanza administration.
President Ruto has tried. Amefanya kazi, kuna mambo tumeona na kuna yale ambao wanatuambia that this country itakuwa nzuri kuliko mfano ule tunasikia wa Singapore, na ninajua ya kwamba atafanya kazi.
I would like to call upon our politicians to help us, and I appreciate many of them, our politicians and leaders, who are able to engage our young ones well. And those who are using the young ones by buying them some substances which are not good, to stop that, so that we can have a future generation that can be able to help us see the great future of our nation and our country.
And away from the New Year festivities, National Liberal Party leader Augustus Muli has urged leaders to rise above divisions and forge a united country ahead of the 2027 general elections. Muli, who spoke during the burial of Mzee Stephen Kamunya, father to former Mungiki leader Maina Jenga, pledged to rope in Jenga and other like-minded parties in championing for peace and unity. He, however, faulted what he termed as choreographed plot by senior political players to alienate small parties, arguing that with the following of more than 500,000 registered members of the NLP party, he too deserved a seat in any negotiations on the future of the country. The former Mungiki leader warned that the ongoing supremacy battles and unending political rhetoric, if not checked, could undermine stability in the country.
Chama yetu tushikane na ndovu. Nataka tushikane na ndovu. Sisi hii chama yetu tuko na watu nusu milioni. Mimi nikisimama hapa ni patron wa Azauni Clan Ukambani ambayo iko na watu 400,000. Hao ni wangapi? Tukishikana hao 900,000 na tushikane na ndovu hapa, tutakuwa wapi? Nataka tushikane.
Wa Kenya, mchunge midomo yenyu vizuri sana, kwa sababu midomo inaweza leta vita katika nchi. Wewe unachochea kidogo kidogo, lakini huo uchochezi utalete vita.
Let's switch gears to matters sports now, where defending champions Ivory Coast came from 2 goals down to beat Gabon 3-2 in a dramatic Group F final at the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations, Morocco 2025, claiming top spot in the group. The Elephants now advance to face Burkina Faso in the round of 16.
Shots and there's and he's picked up the pieces and he scrambled it home. Well, that is a real turn-up for the books. What is happening here? Wow! All right, that's a big pass. A chance here for Sa to pull one back. Beautifully worked goal. Powerful air, and there it is, a free header. Oh, Gabon have defended so well in this game, but on that gas tanks empty. Santiago! It's the teenager. Basumana Toure. Here he is, Danny, on the left foot, he goes for a shot, left and back, goal! Oh, my! He comes across, he goes in, left-footed strike. Check with that, yeah?
National Olympic Committee of Kenya, NOC President Shadrack Maluki has renewed calls for sustained investment in grassroots sports, urging sports federations, county governments and even elected leaders to prioritize community-level competitions as a pathway to nurturing Kenya's future sporting stars. Maluki was speaking during the 23rd edition of the Nguna Cup Finals held at Miguani Boys High School in Mwingi West constituency in Kitui County.
Kenyans joined other African nations in ushering in the new year. National Olympic Committee of Kenya and other sports enthusiasts converged at Migwani Boys High School in Mwingi West constituency, Kitui County, for the 23rd edition of Nguna Cup. NOC President Shadrack Maluki emphasized that structured local tournaments play a vital role in talent identification and development, noting that many elite athletes begin their journeys at the grassroots level.
Going to develop a more elaborate program where we are going now to encompass all other disciplines, grow them, and ensure that, because they've already set the space, CNN has set the space, so it is us to come in and fit in that space he has created and bring more disciplines in this area and grow them together.
The annual tournament once again lived up to its reputation, delivering thrilling finals that showcased emerging football talent from the region.
It keeps on improving. From last year, tumeona watu wameongezeka, na hii mwaka tumeshuhudia 156 teams ambazo zimecompete.
There are some scouts, and I hope there are some few individual players that they will achieve and become a professional football player like us.
Zinatukuza, zinatumotivate. If you are having such a goal and you are seeing someone from within doing such a thing that you are dreaming about, unaona anaweza, anapambana, that gives you an extra energy and support.
In the women's final, Kairungu Starlets reclaimed the Nguna Cup title, the last one in 2022, after edging out Nguni Sirens 1-0 in a closely contested match. The men's final saw the Tani FC make history by clinching their maiden Nguna Cup title with a narrow 1-0 victory over Musuani Shooters. Frederick Muki for Lunchtime News.
Very well, and on that sporting note, we've come to the end of this broadcast. Actually, somebody asked me how I ushered in my new year, and I was actually following up on the World Darts Championship, being a fan and also a player. You do remember David Munywa. He has made sensation in the country after making it to the second round of the Darts World Championship. Well, the guy who beat him, Kevin Dodds, was actually playing last night with Humphreys, and he was beaten actually 4-1. That's how I ushered in my new year. The World Darts Championship continued today at Ali Pali, or Alexandra Palace in the UK, and you can trust Frederick Moki, my colleague, to come here with all the news and the results. Well, thank you so much, but allow me to leave you with this. Your life doesn't change, that doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. Happy New Year 2026.
Na kwa nini unakuja kuongea maneno ya urongo mbele ya koti?
Maneno ya urongo namna gani? Na wewe ulipatikana na vifaa ya wizi.
Sasa kwa nini unaongea ufisuli?